we'll start in a comfortable cross-legged seat. Give yourself time to just get into this position where we can rest. Close the eyes, and closing the eyes brings us into the moment that we're in. So letting everything else just kind of fade, breathing a full breath. Feel the sensation of taking in like more oxygen that leads to more life. Inhale, rising up. On the exhale, hands to the heart. Keeping the breath going, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Then, once we're settled in here, we can start bringing some movement to the spine with a twist. So twist all the way to the right, twist all the way left. As we twist, we'll feel all the muscles, organs, and the bones in the middle of the body really engage. For me, I can feel like so much sensation on the back body. So the other side. Breathe and go to the other side. And then after we do both sides, we'll know which side needs more time. So feel, breathe, and wait and see. Back to center. Rest the hands, round and flex the spine. Breathing. Here in our seated cat and cow, we're bringing lots of new circulation into the important organs of the core, into the joints. Bringing new life and flexibility to each part of our spine with the nervous system inside. Get the neck involved by bringing the chin down and then up. Good. When we're ready, reach out, up and over. Taking our time on the right and left side. Back to center and allow the hands to come together. We're going deep into our reverse prayer in both directions now. Inhale, rise up. Hands behind the neck, stretch the triceps. Whatever sensations we're experiencing here as we coax the elbows in toward the head, just breathing through that. So we may feel any range of sensations. We may feel some discomfort, we may feel some tightness. It may feel really good to stretch these tiny muscles of the neck and triceps. Change directions by bringing reverse prayer to the sacrum now. Touching the fingers together and feel our way into reverse prayer from here. And if wrists are sensitive today, just slide the hands into the elbows, just like this. Just as much of a shoulder stretch here. Keep breathing. After a few breaths here, we'll feel the shoulders naturally drawing together behind us. Large muscles of the chest will stretch on their own just by holding here. And when we're ready, release, allowing the legs to go far apart. Get the sit bones down to the mat, to the floor. We want to root into the earth. Once we're settled here, let the legs stretch apart just a little bit more. We'll be able to tell if the legs are stretched apart enough by how it feels. We shouldn't be feeling strained, but we should be feeling something active, something alive in these muscles of the legs and hips, and it goes all the way down to the feet on this one. Inhale, rise up. A little bit of neuro yoga where we'll make both sides of the brain work together with both sides of the body. So reach out. As soon as we fold into the right or left side, we'll be able to adjust the legs to the correct place of comfort, where we're getting lots of stimulation, but not too much. Lots of engagement without straining anything in the body. So feel, breathe, and sense what's going on. One of the most peaceful parts of peaceful yoga is that we get to choose how much we want to engage and the depths that we want to go to within our practice. Check in with the neck. Neck can relax, or we can keep it in alignment with the spine. Experiment with which position of the neck feels best on each side. Keep breathing here until we feel the body come to a place of ease. Unwind. Exhale. And then let's close one side. Getting even more aligned as we breathe, as we stretch, as we practice, we're able to get in and out of our alignment of the spine much easier each time. Inhale, twist and fold. As we open up and look toward the ceiling, turning the heart up toward the ceiling, we can pause here. We can give time for this transition to happen within the body. Then we can open up. Place heel of the hand behind us and rise up into our wildling pose. Unwind. See where releases are happening in the body. Build up into second side and rise. Notice what's happening over here. We may have a little more time, a little more depth, a little more sensation, or less. And everything we're experiencing is normal and right within the body. Unwind, rise up, plug the hand into the earth just as we practiced, and release into second side. Let that go and plant the feet onto the mat, just like this. Taking our time to get comfortable and at ease here. Feel secure as the bones plug into the mat. Hands behind us, getting us nice and solid within our foundation. We can rise up and lower down here in our tabletop. Lift up and release. If we go up and down into tabletop a couple of times and it's very easy for us, pick up one leg and cross it, letting the ankle be free. We'll keep going the same movement, but this time we'll get a little more into the hip stretch. So rise up. Feel the hip stretch deepen. If we took this option within our practice, do a few repetitions on each side until we can feel that lower body is coming to life even more. At our own pace, we can move on to second side. Allow gravity to help the hips open up. Once we've climbed all the way into our asana of a three-legged tabletop, the hip stretch will naturally happen. Very good. Unwind. Let the feet go apart. Stretch the hips in a windshield wiper. Stay on each side until we feel any tension that might be gathering in the sacrum and the spine. Let that flow out. Back to center. Hug the legs in. Make a compact shape of the body and practice resting. So rest the eyes on the knees just like this. Stay here until we feel tiny muscles of the neck and shoulder get involved in a stretch. This asana is a recovery position. Anytime we're tired physically, emotionally, mentally, we can rest just in this position. As we rest here, we're gathering strength for our core strengthening series. So we can open up, we're going all the way to Navasana, but this is the position that we'll come back to anytime we get tired from doing our work with the core. So inhale, reaching out, rising up. We're rising up within the chest, the sternum, the spine, the chin, reaching out. And because we're rising up and looking up, then we can go in the direction of up without hurting anything in the body. And then once we get there, the strengthening is complete. We don't need to stay there for an extensively long time. That's straining us. Extend and bring it in. Gentle and simple repetitions get the work done for us. And each time we lift, we'll know how long or short we want to be up here. So doing a few repetitions at the pace of our bodies, our practice, our breath. good. We can open, we can reach out, we can rest. Great work. We'll take one leg and put it behind the body now. Rising up, growing within the spine. One leg can go behind us as much or as little as we like. The leg out in front of us comes to a 90-degree angle. So my foot comes together with the opposite knee, and then the ankle is parallel to the knee. Inhale, open up, twist. See how the hips respond to this. If one hip is coming up, just put it back down and keep going. Back to center. Change. Change to second side. When both sides have been thoroughly completed, come back to center and we'll work our way into tabletop now. So coming into a tabletop pose that lets the knees, the feet, the hands, the wrist all rest. Breathing here. Our next core strengthener is going to be floating tabletop. So once we're stable here in tabletop, tuck the toes. Rise up. My knees are coming just to that level of the ankles. Check in with the breath. Sometimes when we're strengthening, we hold our breath, and that's the opposite of what we want to do. Anytime we're getting tired from picking up our own body weight, let it go. Untuck the toes and push back into child's pose. We can rest in child's pose anytime we like, for as long as we like. And if we let ourselves rest for a beat, we'll be able to come back into our strengthening asana of floating tabletop, feeling the body growing warm, making sure the neck remains at ease, resting again. Making child's pose lengthy. And then we can come back one more time into our strength building floating tabletop. Release, let that go. Rest the tops of the feet and come into hip circles. So bringing our hips down and all the way around. Both directions. Keep breathing. When clockwise and counterclockwise hip circles are complete, climb down. Climb down to the elbows, clasp the hands, go into puppy pose and dolphin pose in our own time. So resting the head within this triangle of the arms for our puppy pose. Push the hips back. Inhale, tuck the toes and gently straighten the legs. A slow motion movement that uplifts us. Untuck the toes, climb up. Before we move on to that next level, open up the arms and come into a thread the needle on the right or left side. Unwind. Open up one more time and then change. Rise, twist, thread, and rest. Unwind, open up. Keep reaching until we feel a stretch that goes from fingertips all the way to hips and beyond. Then let that go. Start to extend the legs. Leg extensions are a strengthener that helps us grow by lifting the weight of our bodies in a controlled motion that's easeful. Fortifying to the muscles, bones, joints, and veins. And when we feel that the entire musculature of the legs, hips, glutes, and side obliques have all been activated with our extensions, slide the leg forward all the way to pigeon pose. Extend the back leg, stretch the wrist if we like. Breathe enough to put more space between each rib. Check in with the shoulders. If shoulders are getting tense or creeping up, extend the shoulders down the spine, down the back body. Any discomfort that's coming through in pigeon pose, we need more breath, we need more time. We'll adjust the body until we feel at ease here. So it takes however long it takes. Release. Coming back, same sequence on second side. Extend. Make a full range of motion by making ball and socket joint of the hip fully activate here, along with the knees and ankles. So keeping our minds on our inner world, on our breath. Keep reaching, extending the leg in a slow motion movement that feels good. Priming us for the deep hip stretch of pigeon pose. Slide the leg forward on second side. Can second side open up a little more? Do we need to rest even more deeply into second side, giving the wrist a break? Feel the air coming in through the nose, going down, down, and down. We should be able to feel the front and side of the body move with the breath. let that go, slide both legs back, and we're climbing our way up to our next level, which is going to be kneeling. So if more support is needed for the floor, just go ahead and grab whatever blankets or what we may need for our kneeling position. We'll work our way up to the knees. And get comfortable there. So let the body find a way to be at ease. I know that the knees are not the most comfortable place, but we'll do just a few asanas here so we can find the strength that comes from this posture. Rise up, reach up, and then place the hands behind us on the hips. Gently coaxing the hips forward. Keep going, letting little thunderbolt stretch the hips, the spine, and all the muscles of the front body. When we're ready, come up, straightening the spine once again. We're going into camel pose on the right and left side. So reach up, and then right hand will come together with the right heel, changing the direction of the body so that we can get a full expression on both sides with our camel pose. Slowly, and with a lot of oxygen, a lot of patience, we're taking our spine, our asana, our reach into second side. Unwind. Coming back to center. Before we open up to our gate pose, hang on to the mat, to the floor. We want to change positions of the body in a way that feels safe and stable. So opening up, gate pose part 1, we may flex the foot, we may place the foot down on the mat. Let the hips square to the front. Then we'll have a nice foundation to move around with. Gate pose part 1, we're reaching out all the way to the ankle, the foot, the floor, whatever we can reach. Keep going until the entire opposite side of the body awakens, engages, responds. Then we can deepen, or we can stay right where we are. Once we find our way to gate pose, we've done all the work. We just need to breathe and rest in a stillness here. Unwind. We'll make our way to gate pose part 2 by putting the hand parallel to the knee on the mat. Extend. Back to center, straighten the spine, and then the leg, the open leg, will sweep around front. We're going all the way to half Hanuman now. So allow the leg to come out front. Maybe we're hanging on to the mat to make this happen. Once the leg comes out in front of the body, straighten it out. And if this feels good, we have a solid grip on the mat. We have a good sensation of deep stretching going through the lower body. Then we can deepen into our half Hanuman here if we like. We'll deepen by straightening the back leg just a little bit. We'll deepen by straightening the front leg. Keep breathing through. We'll be able to sense and feel when it's enough. We can bring it back. Come back to center. We'll start the whole sequence again on second side. So coming into our gate pose, part one, climbing in. We may flex the foot, we may put the foot down. My knee is far away from the heel of the opposite foot, but they're in the same lane together. So if we have one leg going out front or it's going back, put it in the same lane as the knee. Open up, reach out, and breathe. If we let ourselves sink into the asana here, we might be able to deepen with no extra effort. Unwind. Heel of the hand becomes parallel to the knees and the heel of the foot. Extend. Letting go. Climbing up. And then hang on. Get support wherever it's needed. Sweep the leg around front. Here we are in our half Hanuman. We can extend. We can hold right where we are. Use the breath to gauge the levels of ease going on inside the body or lack thereof. See what's happening. Unwind. We'll make our way up to a standing position by coming into downward dog. Tuck the toes and rise up into downward dog. Let the hands and feet be parallel across the mat. And then start to walk the dog by bending the knees and lifting the heels. Make it thorough. Make it a full expression. And when we're complete here, walk the hands together with the feet. Part one, make a micro bend in the knees and then slide the hands together with the elbows. Place the head inside the square of the arms and just gently rock side to side, breathing, allowing everything in the body to sink into the asana that we're in right now, this version of forward fold. Unwind, place the hands on the shins and flatten out the spine. Feel the hips pushing back while the chest, the heart, the sternum, the chin all push forward. Release, come down one more time. And when we're ready, rise up all the way to our standing position. Open up the hands. We're going into Tandasana, tall mountain pose. Feel a solid foundation that we can build on. Feel each toe gently gripping the mat and a space in between each toe. Hands together and hands to the heart. Let right leg step out, and then we're lifting up the foot all the way into Virabhadrasana tree pose. Of course, the foot doesn't have to come all the way up here. The foot can come together just simply with the ankle if we like. Here in Virabhadrasana tree pose, we're strengthening in stillness, just like a real tree. Inhale, rising up, reaching up, feel front of the body grow. Release. Hands to the hips. And before we go into that next side, place the hands on the hips and bring hip circles to our standing position. So bend the knees, get the ankles involved, make it thorough. If the hips are not circling on their own, just use the hands to bring the hips into every direction. See what changes we can detect within the hips here in our standing hip circles. Clockwise and counterclockwise rotations. Notice that some stiffness, some soreness flows out of the body. You may hear the hips, the knees readjusting. We may feel a release anywhere in the body with this. So when it's complete, we're coming back to center. Rise up. Imagine the body growing tall and long and strong. Hands to the heart. And then reach up. Come into tree pose. Breathe a full breath. Steadying ourselves here. And then grow. Release. Let it all go. And before we move on to our next asana, we'll put hands on the hips again. Bend the knees, and I'll show my feet where we're lifting and lowering, just like this. Keep breathing. Keep pushing, pedaling. When we're ready, hands behind us. Clasp the hands and extend. Extend the arms until we can feel the shoulders naturally drawing together. We're going into a pyramid pose that builds the lower body up into this triangular motion, this triangular shape. Place the hips in the direction of the leg that's out in front of us, and then fold forward. Dive forward from the hips. Imagine that the nose is going in the direction of the knees now. They don't need to touch, but they're going that way. Long and strong within the legs. Stay here. All of the work is in the stillness. All of the work is in the breath. We'll feel the body naturally adapting, naturally adjusting. Lift up the arms as much or as little as you like, and breathe. Unwind. And change. We're going to the other side. So let the other leg go out in front of us. Reach back, extend. We're energetically reaching down the back body. Fold forward into second side. And when we get there, lift up the arms. Release. Unwind. Let the feet go out to the side, on each side now. Heels of the foot are coming in, toes of the feet are coming out. Rest the hands on the knees. Tilt the pelvis forward, being very gentle, and then sink down into our goddess pose. Make a slow motion movement that stretches the legs, the hips, all the way into the pelvic floor. Feel new warmth coming into the body, new circulation. When we're ready, hang on, hands to the knees just like we've been practicing. Bring the shoulders forward on one side, back on the other. Make it a deep shoulder stretch. As the shoulders come forward on one side and back on the other, the hands gently coax the knees back. See if we can do this in a way that feels good within the body. At least 2 shoulder stretches on each side at our own pace. Very good. When goddess pose is complete, straighten out the legs and allow the legs, the feet, to point forward again. We're making our way back down to the mat all the way. So coming down, come into a wide-legged forward fold first and allow the whole entire body to engage. My arms are gonna climb out, climb forward. Wide-legged forward fold is a full body asana that we can feel it grow. And then when we notice that every part of the body has become active, start to bend the knee on one side. It could be right or left, and we have strong arms down to the mat helping us. We're going into side lunge on the right and left. So reaching out. Right and left. Very good. When side lunge is complete, push back with the hips. We're sitting down into a comfortable seat on the mat, and we're making our way all the way down to the floor now. So come down, resting. We've stretched so deeply into all the muscles of the core and the entire body with our asanas, with our practice. Let everything in the body come to rest now. We are deepening here, but we're letting any tension go. We're letting any expectation of what we need to do go. We know that we've done the work of our practice. Let one leg come up into the body and grab a hold of it with 2 hands. We may flex and point the foot. Change to second side. Release and then pick up both legs and hug those in to the bottom. Hug those into the chest. We're rocking it side to side, massaging all the muscles and bones of the back body. Massage the spine and sacrum. Rest the arms. Extend the legs, coming into a long, strong yoga bicycles. Keep going with the breath. Keep going with the motion until all the joints are moving smoothly. Change directions. Focusing on the breath even more. Rest one leg. Pick up the other leg and put it inside the matching hand. Open it out to the side of the body. It's a 90-degree angle that engages from toes all the way to the opposite hip. Let that go. Pick up the second side and do the same. Close. Both legs will come into the body now. Hands come together with the feet. We're going into a happy baby asana that brings bottom of the feet up toward the ceiling now. Bend the knees. Breathing fully. When we're ready, release. Crossing the legs, placing the hands together with the opposite feet, and stretch the legs into the body. Unwind. Rest the legs, close the eyes, arms down by the sides of the body. And then allow the arms to go high above the head. My arms and legs are going over to the side for a crescent stretch of the body. Change to second side. Back to center. Bring the arms down by the sides. Walk the feet in And shift the pelvis so that sacrum can come down to the mat now. If the sacrum's kind of up still, just bring it down. Allow the sacrum to plug into the earth. Reach out, find the fingertips come together with the heels of the foot. Place the shoulder blades into the mat by drawing them together. So imagine that the shoulder blades are climbing down into the mat even just a little bit more, and then put the sacrum down again. This is a very supportive and comfortable position. So if we're feeling any discomfort here, keep adjusting. Keep making it so that the entire upper body engages with no discomfort at all. Holding here, and then push up into our yoga bridge pose. And we built it in such a way where we can clasp the hands underneath the body today. Drawing the shoulder blades together even more. Strength of the legs is stretching the front body. We can bring the chin down to the chest. Feel the full body engagement, even in the stillness. Release. Connect the spine with the mat. Close the eyes. And let everything sink into the mat for our Shavasana. As we breathe into Shavasana, imagine that each breath is nourishing our cells with new life, and we get renewed on the most primal level when we practice. With each breath, we're nourishing ourselves with more life, and we're expanding that beautiful life force to our body, mind, and spirit, strengthening us for everything else.